Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. Thank you so much for being here. I was looking for something the other day and I ran across genesispark.com. Genesispark.com. I know they've got some books. I know they've got a YouTube channel. I really don't know anything else about them. Some guy named Dinosaur Dave or Dino Dave. This is an incredible article. I sent it to several friends. They really appreciated it. You know, I've taught for many years, started the class Science in the Bible in Indiana Bible College. So this is just filled to the brim with ancient depictions of dinosaurs. Just incredible stuff. So I figured we'd read through some of this. You can look up the article yourself or look up the individual things mentioned. And so there's a very few of these that may be controversial, but really basically all of them are documented. And the only reason to be controversial is because they go against current mainstream narrative, not because the evidence doesn't exist. So let's take a look. Thanks for being here. So it says to the right of what appears to be a bipedal dinosaur with small arms and head-to-head combat with a mammoth from a book Buried Alive by Dr. Jack Quozo. So I may have done a review on that. And so where did this come from? A dinosaur butting heads with a mammoth. It was taken by the author in Bernafel Cave, one of the caverns in France that is renowned for Neanderthal art. Mammoth drawings are not unusual in such cave art, but the depiction of an apparent theropod dinosaur is remarkable. So it's got it like in pencil sketch, and then it's got the actual deal in the wall. And it's just absolutely amazing, really. Then it's got one of the ones that I used to teach on. In 600 BC, under the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar, a Babylonian artist was commissioned to shape reliefs of animals on structures associated with the Ishtar Gate. Many centuries later, German archaeologist Robert Koldewey stumbled upon the blue glazed brick, and that gate was rediscovered in 1899. The animals appear in alternating rows with lions, fierce bulls, and curious long-necked dragons. It's very obvious. You've probably seen this beautiful royal blue Ishtar gate with the animals in a lighter gold. It's absolutely stunning. So, of course, lions and bulls would have been present in the Middle East at that time. But what creature did the ancient Babylonians model? The dragon. Koldewey believed that the Sirish was a portrayal of a real animal. And in 1918, he proposed that the dinosaur Iguanodon was the closest known match to the Sirish, as it's called. The same word, Sirish, is mentioned in the book of Bel and the Dragon from the Apocrypha. Both the description here and the image on the unearthed walls, which are now displayed in the Berlin Museum, appear to fit a sauropod dinosaur. And then it's got Carl Schuker, The Sirish of Babylon, Dragons and Natural History, 1995. Then it's got something else from that same area. So let's take a look at that. To the right is a bronze Persian pot manufactured into the first millennium AD. That is part of the Genesispark collection, that's pretty cool. So the most fascinating element of this vessel is the stylized, scaled dinosaur-like dragon that forms the spout. Dragons form an integral part of Persian mythology and beliefs. Okay, it says they think that it's associated somehow with Zoroastrianism. Several malevolent dragon-like creatures are mentioned at various points in Zoroastrian scriptures. One such popular dragon myth involves Dahaka, a three-headed Persian dragon that will devour 1/3 of all men and animals at the end of the world. That reminds me so much of Revelation chapter 12 and Revelation chapter 13. Pretty fascinating. But, the dragon legends, whether it's in the UK, China, or here in Persia, they're based on something, and they're mentioned in the Bible. And I would say it's based on real things that existed at one time. So, and then it's got, although the Ottoman Empire ruled for over 6 centuries, there's not many depictions of dinosaurian creatures in their artwork compared to medieval European art. So he said perhaps dragons were not as common in the Eastern European Middle East theater at that time. But then he's got a 1720 Turkish painting, Procession of the Trade Corporation during the festival 1720 in Constantinople, and says in its surname or historical album called the Surname Hamayim, archived in Topkapi Museum in Istanbul. And so it tells who it was written by and who the official painter was and all of this. So it shows Guildsman. It's a beautiful color. It kind of looks like your Maxfield Parrish or Howard Pyle, imagery with some Monet in there or something, followed by clowns and what seems to be a mechanical three-headed dragon. So note the similarity to a baby sauropod dinosaur. A sauropod with multiple heads, a condition known as polycephaly, while curious, is hardly unknown among dinosaur reports. So just fascinating. There's so much more. I think I'm going to make this a little bit of a series. And dinosaurs were on the ark with Noah, evidently, and existed well into the recent past. So God bless you. Let's look at some more evidence. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.